Well, good morning. We're having coffee as usual. It's a warm wind blowing this morning, and there was supposed to be some offshore wind this week. This could be it's a north wind right here, but we're in an area that's a little hard to tell where the actual wind's coming from. So it's coming out of the kind of the northeast, which will blow the fog layer away from the coast. So when we go down to Shelter Cove today, it's likely to be sunny. So we'll see what it looks like, and then hopefully when we get down to the beach, the next campground that we're gonna go to, it'll be sunny down there too. That'd be nice. Right now we're at about 1,800 feet elevation. Of course, we're going to end up down at sea level, or just above it. Well, slightly above sea level. Anyway, we're going to be hitting the road in a little while, and found a couple of ticks on Mo, our dog. So
in the same place.
Yeah, right on his head. So we had to remove those today. There's a little trick that we learned on actually watching YouTube, where you can if you rub the tick in a circular motion, it'll eventually release. Because a lot of times what we'd had before is if you grab the tick with a tweezer or something like that and pull them off, usually the head will break off and then they've got a body part stuck in them. So it's that's a really good way of getting the tick out. It worked again this morning. It's worked every time for us. It just takes a while sometimes to get the tick to release, but the tick will release if you keep rubbing in a circular motion. Just a light, not pushing hard, but you just do a light circular motion on them. They will end up releasing. Anyway, we are gonna have some breakfast and some coffee and get moving. Coming up to the Shelter Cove Road. This is the main road going into Shelter Cove. Well, we came down in Shelter Cove. There was no obvious gas stations down here, but there is one at the store. I stopped and asked somebody, and that's what they told me to do. So, so if you ever come down here to Shelter Cove, it's not easy to find a gas station, but it's at a store, and there's lots of deer. But then again, we see deer all the time at home, so it's no big deal to see deer. Oh, okay, it's a big deal. Anyway, we're going to go over here and do a little sightseeing before we head back up to the store and get gas. Well, there's a lighthouse here. I don't know if that was ever used as a lighthouse, but it's definitely a tourist attraction, so we're going to go look at it like tourists, because that's what we are.
On the lighthouse, it's trespassing.
Here's the interpretive sign here. The fog's backed off today, so which I suspected since it was windy up there where we camped last night. So kind of suspected we'd be sunny down here. Yeah.
How cool is that? There's somebody looking at their phone and stuff. They need to get up and wait for them to sit down.
There's sea lions right down there on the rocks.
How far? Way down there, or
Right there, all over those rocks. See the white things? Well, we stopped here at the store. The gas prices were more reasonable than I expected. I really thought down here, this place is so remote, it was going to be more expensive. It's $5.20, and while I was sitting here, he just lowered the price 10 cents after I already got gas. so much for that. It doesn't matter. Got a full tank now and 2 full cans, so we got plenty of gas for this trip. I was getting a little worried when we drove down in town. There's a sign down at the bottom that said gas, and we couldn't find gas anywhere down there. We drove around the town, and so the ladies at the library told me that the store here was the only place that had gas. So that's where we came. And Karen's inside. Of course, she's at the gift store. There's a gift store and a general store. So she's over at the gift store. See the ocean. We just passed Four Corners, and now we're on Usal Road. And Usal Road goes all the way to Highway 1 eventually. Also goes to Usal Campground, which is where we're heading. Had just a bunch of motorcycles just went by though, so they're out. We let them go by, so they're out there. Driving down the road, and here's this car that's been here a while, but curious about why it's here and how it got here, but we'll never know the story. They logged off some of this. There's some redwoods in here. That's a redwood stump there, and these are suckers that redwoods do that. They regenerate from the stump after it gets logged off. But that's a redwood stump, almost guaranteed, because these are redwoods. These smaller trees are all redwoods. bridge coming. That's the way we're going out. Well, after some consideration, we finally settled on a little camp next to the creek, and so we have some fresh water, which is nice because we can wash up things. Even though there's lots of people upstream from us, so not going to be the most sanitary water, but at least it's fresh water. It was nice to wash my face and get my hat wet. So we settled for this place, and didn't we?
Yeah.
And
yeah, the price is right too.
Yeah, the price is right. It's definitely a free campground. I'll show you around in a minute, but for now we're going to sit here and have a beer and cold one. It's really warm down here today, and it's sunny, and it's a little breezy, but we got a spot where the trailer's sitting where it's completely sheltered from the wind. So pretty happy with this place. So there's lots of good campsites, but they were all taken. Lots of people here. Totally expected. I know that this is a very popular place, so I knew it was going to be popular, you know, a lot of people here, so we're just gonna deal with it. So in a little while I'll show you around in a minute, and then we're gonna take a walk down to the beach. So here's what we ended up with our camp. It's there's a road that people come driving through here, which they've done a couple times already.
The other thing that you might want to think about is that you have the keys in.
We kind of tucked in here to behind this bush, which kind of blocks the wind. There's a little bit of a breeze coming off of the ocean. You kind of see it moving away, moving the branches. But back over here, it's completely sheltered. So, and then we got the creek back here. It's got fresh water, so we can like get wet if we need to get warm. Or for too warm, boy, can't talk straight. So anyway, we're going to take a walk down to the beach, and what we're going to do is we're going to walk across here and walk out that way. There's a seal down there right on the beach, just looking up right there. That's cool. This is the Usal Beach. Karen wants to go and take a picture of that seal. That seal's laying down right now. Just laying down right there. Watch out for that one, babe. Watch out for that one. Getting there. Come on, buddy. We gotta go up a little higher.